Okay, so talk to me a little bit about what you hope to accomplish on strategy call today. And that way I can gear our conversation in the direction that you want to go.
I think that our website and everything does us really good. It looks professional and everything. Now I'm just uh, there's just some more professional things that I see people do and use, and I don't know how to kind of wrap that in my business and make it feel. It doesn't seem so professional for like how we operate as people just call us and then we email back and forth. And maybe the shop will help us too because we'll have somewhere we can set up an official meeting and sit down with these people. And but one of the things that I'd love to be able to gauge is how much money these people have, what kind of home they're looking for, and I don't know the professional way to ask them that. I thought about something at one point that I could do like a Google Doc or something. And so when we're putting together these bids, because a lot of the time they just send us prints, and that's fine. Sometimes you can see what they're looking at, but you just never really know. And if I had a Google Doc or something that had all these add-ons like custom fireplace, quartz countertops, landscaping, some of these things that your entry-level home person that's looking for a home wouldn't be looking for. They're not looking for all those ads. They don't want to put $100,000 into their outside uh, landscaping and things. And I don't want to miss out on an opportunity to upsell for one, if these people have this budget, because I'd love to do outdoor kitchens. I'd love to add on all those things, but I think that's something that you um, would put in front of their face. For me, if somebody sells me a picture when it's in my budget, I'm absolutely on board. But I don't want to, so I'm trying to figure out how to maybe add on something into my website or something that I could. That's just one of the ways I'm thinking. We don't do mass scale business. I'm not looking for every person on the internet. Some of these smaller, the Sparks girl that's selling drinks and things. I think I need to just be smarter about how I'm increasing my business to the right people. I also don't know how to advertise to those people. Facebook
Hmm.
had been shut down from advertising since like 2020. And it took all these years to jump all their hoops to figure out, like every time they would give me a different reason on why they wouldn't let my account advertise. So I've been out of it since then. I used to advertise for clothes and things, which is completely different from what we're looking for, really. I'd like to rank better. Just an overall kind of rundown.
Okay. Okay. Um, are you watching me on a phone right now?
Yes.
Okay. It probably wouldn't be helpful to share my screen because it'd be too hard to see. A couple things. You do have a quote request form on your website, but what we could do is revamp it a little bit and maybe turn it into um, like a dream home builder in a way. So it's a request form and it's what in your perfect or in your ideal beautiful home, what amenities would you love to see and have people like click? So all those things that you just said, granite countertops or
Yeah, or on their quote, because we're just shooting a dart. When somebody sends us a blueprint, if you want built-in bunk beds, if you want built-in closets, I want to be a part of that. Some people have us build their house, and then they go and get that from other people because they just don't even know that we offer things like that. So
yeah. So we can revamp the form to do something like that. I think that's really cool. Now, the only people really who would fill that out are people that think big and want beautiful things, but that's your ideal customer anyway, right?
for the most part, yeah. And I also think that if we were to send them a form like that, maybe we would know, because we started trying to do some things like that just so we know. I don't know how to know what I can get you Menards windows or I can get you Anderson windows. And honestly, we don't want to spend a ton of time on it unless if they're the bottom of the bowl to build. A lot of the time we don't get to build with them or work with them anyway because we're higher priced typically and they're going to go somewhere else. So if
Yeah.
I can say right off the bat, I'd rather we try to just give them like a square footage price. But believe it or not, people still move forward and then they're like, it's exactly the square footage price. And oh my God, why is that $500,000, $700,000? We told, you know, and that was before we send it out to all of our subs and everything and spend all that legwork getting them into all that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that it could help us in a few different ways if we would get some sort of form like that.
Okay, let's do that. Let's build that form. That's no problem. On the Facebook stuff, I did a quick look at your Facebook before I got on the call, and you can overcome the inability to advertise on Facebook by just posting more often. And everything that you just described to me that you want to do, that would be the content of your posts. You put those ideas in front of people. And when you do that over time, and also soliciting the help of your friends, like me, Kristen, BNI, or whatever, and get people to start sharing those posts. So you're planting seeds. And so your reach will grow organically, naturally, if you're posting more often and you're posting beautiful things that people are interested in seeing or dreaming about or wishing they had, that sort of thing. I'd recommend a really robust social media presence as a way to get the word out and to grow the audience. And from there, what you could do on the advertising side is then retargeting. So retargeting is essentially a piece of code we put on the back side of the website. So it's different than pay-per-click. You still have a set budget. The minimum budget, I think, is $75 a month for retargeting. The thing I like about retargeting is that it takes everything that you're doing right now, whatever ads you're running, whether it be billboards, radio, print, anything you're doing to promote your business. And when people go to your website, then it's the kind of the creepy ads that follow people around the internet when they're checking weather, reading news, all that stuff. Is, hey, you were interested in us over here. We're still here. And it drives people back and keeps you top of mind. So they've already expressed interest. So it's just essentially leveraging ad dollars that you've already invested in whatever. It doesn't matter where they're invested. So people go to your website and then these ads start following people around. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah, because yours shows up in anything I click on.
Exactly. You know what it is.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about because I
That's
can't
awesome.
imagine that you've partnered with all these people to put MSW on there. Yeah, so my Facebook, something I struggle with is getting the right photos. So recently I've started paying to get photos all the time. And for the longest time, we were getting like shell come in, frame it up, put a roof on it, and then leaving. So none of the pretty like landscaping or fireplace or kitchen, that wasn't a thing. For me, I struggle with getting photos that I feel like are good enough, eye-catching enough to, and that might be also just like a struggle in my brain that makes me share nothing because I'm like, I don't have the perfect photo. Same thing about the shop. I think that I could probably get good advertising right now because I'm cleaning up a dump right on Highway 5 that everybody stops by and asks what we're doing and the community is interested in. And I just don't share it because I'm like, that's ugly. But sometimes I guess the ugly things do get attention. So maybe
yeah, but so what you just described two very different things. So you're taking an eyesore and cleaning it up. So you're gonna be like, here, I'm capturing the before pictures. This is a disaster, and we bought this, and we're doing this, and watch as it progresses. Watch as it. So that will actually people will start sharing that, especially if they're interested in the fact that whatever that eyesore is getting cleaned up and something's being done with it. I would absolutely be leveraging that opportunity and posting every time you do something out there.
on my business page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And then share it on your personal. So people will go, you want to, because you probably have more reach on your personal than you do on your business right now. So you want to post on the business page, share on your personal page. And the people that are connected with you personally, just say, hey, go like our business page, and they will. So you use your personal to promote the business and get that organic growth. And then people who are interested in the project that you're working on or sharing it, they're going to start sharing and talking about it as well. So you've got an opportunity right now to leverage some organic growth.
I hate to miss, that's what I was thinking. I hate to miss that, but I also get caught up on we bought it and we really just wanted to fix it up to like work for us, not so much be so beautiful. So I get caught up on the transformation of it at the end. It's to me, it doesn't seem extreme because I'm a home builder, but probably for most people, it will be,
Yeah.
extremes.
Yeah. You're
I just
cleaning up an eyesore. People have been talking about it in BNI.
Yeah, they drive by. Anybody that's on this side over here by Greenview, it's something that people comment on just driving by. I did before the property even came up. That
Yeah.
God, I wish you would clean that up. That looks so bad for our community. Here I am.
Yeah. And just be proud of it. Leverage it. Don't overthink it. It's social media for a reason. And the worst picture you can take, the better. To say this is going away. This is going away. This is going away. This is going away. And
Yeah.
people will be excited.
Yeah, we took an entire huge dump trailer of just tires off of the property yesterday.
Did you take a picture?
Yeah, we've got it sitting at the tire shop because I got to cut all those up, or one of my guys have to cut all of them up before you can even take them anywhere.
Yeah.
So just work right there.
Yeah, share that.
It's crazy what we've gotten into over here.
Share that. And then also share the fact that you're disposing of them properly.
Right.
Because that's a big deal too.
Not just burning them into where most people just burn them, the black smoke everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so I would like
definitely.
to work on our site and maybe get a different form made. Maybe I can come up with some ideas on like things that would be clickable or something to submit with a form. And then I can, even if they don't fill it out on their own, maybe I can just send it right back to them. That way I have more of an idea because I don't know the professional way to be like, okay, do you have 100 to a million plus? Because what you have here on this lake lot, that's where you're shooting at.
Yeah.
Anything that gets me away from having to, I don't know, maybe other builders do say that. Like, how much money is in your pocket, sir? I don't know.
It's not bad to say on your website, if you want to limit your audience, it's not bad to say, we work with families who are ready to invest 500,000 plus in their new home build, or 800,000 plus in their new home build. And yes, that will turn away the people who aren't, but if that's truly your audience, that's okay.
Yeah, and it gets hard because we don't mind just framing people. Things like that are just building a deck, so I can't quite squeeze in that much.
The form with the check boxes is a very passive way to do it. People will check the boxes for things that they think they might want. And
price.
Yeah.
And then a lot of them will be good with it.
Say that one more time.
I said a lot of them will be good with it. I think it's more of a me thing, is I'm afraid to ask them, do you have more money? Do you have more money? A lot of these people that build these homes, we just had one do $1 million remodel. They had all the money in the world, and to me, I've grown up broke and everything, so money's weird to me to talk about. But a lot of people, it's not. They want what they want, and it doesn't matter so much the cost.
Yeah. It's okay to ask those questions. Doesn't hurt anything at all.
Do you think that I should be tagging things on Facebook? Like the hashtag?
Tag, sure. Yeah. So hashtags enable search. Right now, you don't have a ton of followers, but that's going to grow. And yeah, use hashtags, and hashtags basically help your stuff come up in search when people are looking for something. Now, Facebook isn't the biggest search platform out there, but it doesn't hurt anything to do it.
So something with my Facebook not having as many followers, I've never did like those giveaways and those different ways that people do pull a lot of audience. And I don't know if that's good or bad. To me, I'm thinking like I've got the audience that is interested in what I have because I haven't pushed to, if you give away some cookies, then if it was your whole community, that might be good because that kind of helps your brand. But if it's people far away, I don't know.
I'm not suggesting that you give away things to get followers. I'm suggesting that you publish more content more often, and then it will organically grow and reach the right people. It doesn't do you any good to have 1,000 fans that aren't going to be consumers of your product or know people who could be consumers of your product. So your thinking is right. But by posting more and posting luxury and posting beautiful things that you guys can do, that is what will ultimately do it. And you don't have to use your own pictures either. I think we went through this a little bit when we were doing the website. Using stock photos is not a bad thing if you are focusing on a certain element. And if we were working with you on social media, we have access to a whole stock library. So you wouldn't actually have to buy the pictures. You just use our license and we can use the photos. But if you're doing it on your own, you'll have to find the photos and buy the photos and have the rights to use the photos. But using stock to show beautiful things, like the difference between stock windows and beautiful Anderson windows, or the difference between like a laminate counter versus a granite counter, and educating people and showing those different upgrades and why you guys do what you do and address the things that you do. It's like an educational approach, an aspirational approach. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because I get caught up on a lot of that. That's what really people want to share and everything is education about something that they don't know. And I get caught up on the fact thinking that everybody knows about windows or about doors or about, they don't. But I don't know if what do they call that? The stranger, what do they call that? The impersonator or whatever. You don't
Imposter
feel
syndrome.
like enough to be
Yeah,
speaking on these things, even though
but
that's
you
what you
do.
do today.
Yeah, you do. That's why
Eh,
people hire you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think now that the kids are going back to school, I'll start posting and I'll probably post my ugly shack because people really do appreciate that we've taken something and cleaned it up versus just building new, because obviously we could build new
Yeah.
anytime.
The more organic and authentic you are, the better. And then the more you provide value, the better. And when I say value, it's like educating people on the difference. You can spend $100 on a window, or you can spend $800 on a window, and over the life of the window, it's going to save you thousands of dollars on your electricity bill. Whatever that is, you
Yeah.
can look at the short term versus the long term, just in sheer quality. It's just an education process, and it's ongoing. So a lot of people are afraid to make a post like that and then do it again a month later. But don't be afraid to do it again a month later, because only 2% of your audience sees the original post in the first place. And so people need reminders more than they need education. So even the people who do know in theory about a better window is going to give you better insulation and save you money in the long term, but they need ongoing reminders of that kind of stuff. You have endless content that you could put out there and then continue to repurpose.
Yeah, it doesn't feel that way when you're on this side, but yeah, I get that because I can think of a lot of ways for other businesses.
Yeah. Well, we get clients sometimes that will say, you just posted that last month. I know, because it's really good and your audience needs a reminder so you do it, and
Yeah.
it's good for them.
And
So
nobody, sometimes you don't see it at all, or sometimes you see it like a day. I find that like the food trucks and everything, I see the day after. I'm like,
yeah,
thank you, Facebook. And then I try to post things in the evening when people are sitting down. So hopefully enough people see it and like it right then that I hope that it puts it out to more people. I don't know if that's how it works anymore, but that's how it worked back in the day. And so
yeah,
I'm caught up on all
yeah.
these rules that I post nothing. Like miss 7 o'clock. I guess I'll never do that.
Yeah, I prefer to post in the morning because it's the same concept. People tend to look at stuff in the morning, and then what happens is you have the longevity of the day and the engagement during the day for it to pick up traction. Whereas at night, you might get some action on it, but then people go to bed. So it
Right.
dies. So just
Yeah.
kind of change the frame a little bit about how you're thinking about that.
So is there anything I can do with Google to rank better besides their advertising or whatever they promote?
Yeah, driving traffic to your website is one of the big things that you can do. Reviews are going to be a big factor in your Google rankings, and especially in the Google Maps. And then you guys having that physical location as soon as you get it, and that will really help your organic rankings. Um, and then the longevity of the site. So that's going to take a little bit of time, but the things that you can do in the meantime to contribute to help boost that is the reviews. So Google is in the business of returning what they see as the best possible results. And so how it determines that is what's on your site, and your site is organically optimized for the on-page stuff it should be, but then also the reviews around it and the recency of the reviews. So you want to get reviews on an ongoing basis. So if you've got clients that haven't written you a review yet, you want to go get those and have them do it in Google. The Google reviews will help you more than the Facebook reviews from an SEO standpoint. And then having that physical location will really help you in maps. So if you're virtual, it's going to be hard to come up in maps. But once you've got that physical location for your office, that will really help you a whole bunch. And then the traffic to your site. So
we've always used our home address, so I don't know how that's going, but I haven't switched it to this address yet because if you Google map this place,
yeah, I would wait.
yeah. And I don't know, how do I go about that? How do I go about switching it? Do I need to, because it's Drew Boat Lifts and it's a dump. Do I just switch that location, and when I switch the location, it'll prompt me through it? Or do I need permission? Like, how do I switch this address and to make it look like different?
What you need to do is when you're ready, we will help you with your Google business profile listing. And then what we probably need to do is have you do the directory management service that we do. And what it does is it pushes your address out with your business name to all of the major search engine directories that are out there. And so it essentially takes the old information that was at that address and replaces it with the new information at that address. And it's a process because they all update at their own time. But like anytime someone changes addresses, I recommend that absolutely. So that will help you a lot faster to get that fixed.
Yeah, because I want it to stop saying here, but I'm not ready for it to say Dream Home
Yeah.
Construction either because that don't look
Yeah.
good either. Because a lot of our people
Yeah.
come from like St. Louis and Kansas City, and they are not hiring me if they pull in here. They're not, you
Yeah.
know. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's it. I mean, I think about. I get, you know what? I think that's
That'll be a good start. I think let's focus on that form and then give some thought to what I shared on the social media side. I think if you start getting really consistent about it, you're going to start seeing some momentum from that. So not, and if you can stomach it, more than one post a day, I would
oh
say
my
at
God.
least two, better three.
See that,
So
does that not hurt you to post all these things and then get no interaction with it?
no,
No? Okay.
no. Nope, the more you post, the better. So strive
Because
for
I feel like
three.
on my personal page, I feel like people stop liking the last thing once I post something else, you know?
Keep
I mean,
going. Keep
yeah.
going.
Okay. I
Trust
heard
me.
it. Do it. Do it. Okay. I appreciate you taking the time to look at that and everything.
Yeah. All right. I'll get started on that form and send me, if you will, send me an email with kind of a list of upgrades that come to mind, and I'll build those into the form and then we can tweak it from there. Oh, wait, you just muted somehow. You can't hear me? That's so weird. Our whole audio just went away. Hold on. Go to, hold on. Go to chat. Chat. Hold on. Can you see the chat? Chat. Wait, hold on. Wait.
Oh, wait. There you are.
Chat. Oh, we're back.
Yeah.
I
Did
don't
I
know what happened
disappear
with the
too?
audio. That was so
Oh,
weird.
yeah. Okay. Get you. What do you need from me?
Just send me an email with kind of a list of the upgrades that we talked about. And
Okay.
I'll go ahead and build the form and send you a preview of it, and then we can tweak it from there. Will that work?
Okay. Okay. Yeah. It's great.
Okay,
I
cool.
think that's it. Okay. I can
Okay,
log one-to-one, right?
of course.
I'm still new to all this, so I don't know what I'm doing ever.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I
All right.
appreciate you so much.
Okay, have a good rest of your day.
You too. Thanks.
Okay.